Trust the accuracy of the Local 3 Storm Alert team.
We always know that we're in for a treat whenever we get an email from Tom Benson at the Tennessee Aquarium, and every now and then he throws us a nugget that's extra great, and this morning is one of those because Tom is here, but he has brought with him Dr. Diane Gendron, who is a researcher, and kind of, would you say it's her work that is behind this new IMAX movie that you have?
It's the central theme of this film is, you know, learning about blue whales and studying them and finding out what we can do collectively to make sure that they're around for years to come.
So the film is actually called
Blue Whales 3D Return of the Giants.
So when you hear the word giants, Dr. Gendron, truly, these are massive animals, the world's largest. Is that right?
Yeah, the world's largest animal that ever lived on this planet. But I would prefer to call them gentle giants because they're, even if they're so big, you have absolutely no fear of them, you know. They're just gliding in the water. And
interesting, some things that I've learned already, and I'm sure the movie, by the way, the film is here for us to enjoy throughout the summer. So you will learn a lot. You yourself have never swum with them, but you said the film makes you feel as if you are in that water.
Yeah, it's really worth it to see this film in 3D because you have the full idea and size of the whale passing in front of you. You even like want to get a little bit, you know, further because it's so close.
Yeah.
And it gives you a really good idea of what they look like because from a boat, from the surface of the water, we just see part of their body. We never see the whole, you know, except if you're using a drone or...
Because when you talk about them being large, one statistic or number that stands out to me, Tom shared, is that they weigh as much as 200 cars. In terms of their length, how long do they tend to be?
The largest female that was captured was 100-something feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are the largest individual.
Do they have a long lifespan?
About human, around 80 years old, but we really don't know. I mean, it's an estimate. It's a guess based on the capture during the whaling time, but they could live longer than that. We just don't know. So
part of the significance of this film is that the blue whale, even though it is so large, is a bit elusive because they travel in solitary or just as a pair, so they're hard to spot in the depths.
Yeah, well, they might travel in group, but they're separate, right? They're not like the gray whales who migrates in groups and they're more easy to see. So if blue whales are in the go, they are traveling, they're really hard to study, they're really hard to follow. But when they find food or find whatever they need, basically food, and other individual, they would stay in the area. Like in Loreto, where I work, some of the whales spend almost 2 months in one specific area, so it's easier to study them.
So let's talk about where this is filmed, because you are from Montreal originally, but you spend most of your time then near Baja, California?
I live in Mexico.
Okay.
I'm a professor at a research center. And my dedication is basically studying blue whales, other cetacean, but basically blue whale.
But the film was shot in Baja?
Yeah.
In 2 locations, both the Gulf of California, Baja California, but also in the Indian Ocean, where previous to this film, blue whales hadn't been seen in 50 years. And so it's interesting to contrast Dr. Gendron's work, where she has blue whales sort of all over the place, and these massive feeding frenzies where these big bursts of krill are located, and then the Indian Ocean where the researchers are out there for weeks at a time and they don't really see much life at all. And then when they finally do see that one blue whale, spoiler alert, it's a remarkable achievement because again they're documenting something that hadn't been seen in quite some time.
Let's talk about that documentation, because I might have not heard correctly before we went on air. Usually IMAX films are years in the making. Did I hear you say that this came about in a matter of weeks?
Yeah, I mean the story about the study we do in Loreto was 3 weeks on a boat during 2022, but many of the original shoot with drones and underwater was done previously.
Yeah. So why the blue whale? What is it about them that's so interesting to you?
The little knowledge we had about them at the time, and knowing that nobody else was really dedicating in Mexico to study them, so I decided somebody has to do it. And with the years, with time, recognizing the same individual year after year.
The same whale?
Yeah, so it makes you want to know more about each of them, so it's something that never ends.
When you talk about their size and you compare them to other whales, so which whale is closest in size to them? Who's second runner-up?
It would be the fin whale, which is very similar. It's a cousin.
Much smaller?
Not so much smaller, but not the same color. A little bit more smaller, but the body is very similar. The way they feed, what they feed on, also it's very similar.
Very often, Tom, when we go to these films, when they're ocean related, you can't help but leave thinking about climate and our need to preserve and protect. Is that part of this film?
Climate, not as much. The real story with blue whales is during the peak of the whaling years ago, 95% of the blue whale population was decimated. So you think about these huge animals that have been around for a long time, very important role in the ocean ecosystem. One of the things that Diane talks about is the whale pump, and the fact that because of the whale's presence, the rest of the ecosystem thrives. And when you think about 95% of that globally was taken out, and you understand that these are keystone species for the rest of the ocean, it's really pretty thrilling. And the film starts off with their vocalizations, which are very different than humpback whales.
I remember that.
And you feel it in your chest, and the theater kind of shakes because it is very impressive.
Then you have all summer to go and enjoy. So if you have a beach trip planned and you're excited to see the dolphins in the water, think about having an opportunity to see these blue whales. But they are the world's largest animal, and lucky for us, we get to learn about Dr. Gendron's research and see them underneath that ocean water in this great film. tnaqua.org is the place to learn more. Thank you.
Some people just know there's a better way to do things.
Come on.
And some people don't. Call or visit Allstate.com to bundle today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients.
Out of nowhere, I just got rear-ended. I reached out to Morgan & Morgan directly from the scene. Morgan & Morgan got my initial offer 10x'd.
When it came to negotiating, they didn't just settle for anything. They definitely went to bat for me. It's just like they cared about me.
You feel like you're worth it when you're with Morgan & Morgan.
You're not just a number.
Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
It's amazing how much life you'll find all around you.
Get closer. Look deeper. And enjoy all the wows along the way at the Tennessee Aquarium.
Can I please have the paschetti?
Excellent choice, and it's pronounced spaghetti. Aren't you the Pinnacle girl?
Yes, and it's pronounced Pickle. Pickle Home Improvements.
Pinnacle Home Improvements is now offering 0 down payment, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 12 months. Get a new roof installed, windows for your entire house, or new siding, and make it easy on yourself for a limited time only.
It's Pickle. Pick-a-no.
Some people just know that